Welcome to the Call to Cinema. Hey there, Ken. Hey there, Dungeon. And tonight, well, I guess what we're talking about tonight. It is the night. It is finally after the big, long countdown. We are going to be talking about the upcoming Black Friday that is happening at 12 Eastern Standard Time. So, everybody ready? Do you have your credit cards? You got your lists and all that ready? And just as I'm sure, just as everything has happened, just as everything has gone through and been done, we get another contender in the sales. So another company opens up the floodgate to Salesville. Wow, that sounds so old. And that's how you know you're on an old guy's channel. Okay, so we talked before about vinegar synonyms, and we're going to talk more about that tonight. Hey there, Dave G. Welcome, man. I am so ready, man. How ready am I? Hey there, Christine. Hey there, Big. I am so ready that I was just getting ready to this and dancing around to the Anna and the Apocalypse song. Are they confirmed by Mondo? Hell of the Devil is a just in case anybody has any doubt. Hell of the Devil is a must day one buy for me. Hands down, the hardest to find Nashi film. Early 21. That's that. Unless something like drastic happens, that's one I'm going to get grab for sure. All right, another company has entered. So we had the Vinegar Syndrome one. Hey there, Mary. Happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends out there, and of course, happy Black Friday Eve. I guess we want to call this Happy Black Friday. So which place to go first? I will be going to Severn opens 1 minute earlier, so I'm probably going to try and open up both of them. But I'll probably be opening up Vinegar Syndrome first, and I'll check the Severn clearance things after. I'm not after any of the new titles from Severn Films, so it's going to be mostly, if I get anything from Severn, it's going to be mostly clearance stuff and T-shirts to get me all snazzy for next year. So I'm not wearing the same T-shirt 2 days in a row because it's Laundry Day. Yes, we celebrate ahead of the Americans. Thank you, Dungeon. So let me open up my YouTube right now, which I'm sure is probably still open up to the end of the Apocalypse song. Let's, by the way, one of my favorite movies in years. Vinegar Syndrome gets all your money at the sale. I can see them getting all of mine too, because it's going to be one heck of a clearance thing to change when I've got so many of the Severn titles already. Not because I don't like Severn, basically because I have so many of their back catalog titles. Keen to know what the new titles are. Me too, Jamie. So, from what we know so far, from Vinegar Syndrome, this is what we have. There is the Giallo box set volume 2. We know that it has the French Sex Murders, My Dear Killer, and the Girl in Room 2A. All, by the way, hey there, Shadow, the most uncut prints of these films ever. So if you say pop the Mondo edition before of the Girl in Room 2A, or say you picked up one of the other editions for the French Sex Killers or anything like that, you're going to get the most uncut edition that you've ever seen of any of these films. Of course, Beastmaster VSU, the very first in the Vinegar Syndrome Ultra Edition, and I'm a huge Don Coscarelli fan, Jamie, as you know, and as many of you know. So Beastmaster was a given. Of course, there is Fade to Black, and with 2 slipcovers. There's the 3D release, could be Silent Madness or Tales of from the Quad Zone. And of course, there is the other title, which we're pretty sure is going to be "Don't Panic," from Ruben Galindez Jr. Those are my thoughts on what they're going to be as the surprise titles. Yeah, I spent a lot of money last time on the Severn sale, and I bought a lot of their titles. That's probably going to be something that I don't go for this year. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Jason. Now the fourth name came into. We all know 101 Films was doing their Black Label Black Friday sale. Silent Madness, Ken's not a fan, but Silent Madness is kind of like it's a slasher film. And I don't remember this that well either, but considering both me and you are both like real big fans of the slasher genre, if it's Silent Madness, I don't think we're going to be upset. Ken is like, no! But the fourth company to go into this whole sale thing is, of course, I'm going to drop stuff. I'm excited tonight, guys. Grindhouse releasing. So, Grindhouse Releasing is also doing a Black Friday sale tonight. So, this is your fourth company that's gone in on Black Friday. This is, of course, Grindhouse Releasing's edition of Pieces, and for me, the ultimate edition of Pieces. I also have the Arrow video one because it's got a super gory cover that I really love. I always love the fact that whenever they show the killer from Pieces, it looks like the shadow. Do I know if the first Giallo set will be still available on the sale? Yes, Brian Goes Blue. The first Giallo set, Forgotten Giallo Volume 1, will be available, and yes, it will be 50% off on this sale today. So I've only got a few like Grindhouse releasing editions. I have Pieces, which is a really good release. I have the classic and the first film that Lynn Lowry was in, I Drink Your Blood. But it also comes with I Eat Your Skin. And then it also comes with Blue Sextet. And Peter Cushing's Corruption. So, and of course, have Burt Lancaster's The Swimmer, which is a movie everybody should have because it's just a really good, underrated movie. So there's 4 companies. What's the difference between the Grindhouse and Arrow Pieces? I don't have the Arrow like Blu-ray edition, so I don't know. But I got the Arrow like DVD that did it back in the day with the really gory looking cool cover. I Drink Your Blood is amazing. I love that Drink Your Blood. And it's way better than I thought it was going to be, especially for a regional horror film. So has everybody got their list down on what they're going to get? By the way, if you never checked it out earlier tonight, my good friend Brian Sauer, who I work with on Just the Discs, both podcast and his YouTube channel, we did a video together on his YouTube channel, did a list today, a Vinegar Syndrome like kind of a buying guide of some suggestions that he had. It's a really, really good video, and I do recommend it. It's kind of a neat thing to put on while you're going through the Vinegar Syndrome sale, because Brian has a lot of really good stuff in his collection, and I do trust Brian's opinion like implicitly. So remember, Brian Sauer's YouTube channel, if you haven't checked it out yet, and I'm sure you have, then make sure that you see that video because it's going to be a really good one for the upcoming sale. Sudden Fury, yes, that is a great title. If you don't have it, Conexploitation. Film Movement, okay, I did not know that. So we got a 6th company. Film Movement's having a sale as well. Now I'm pretty much caught up with my Severin back catalog titles, except for a few, but most of those aren't going to be on sale. It's only $5 off Blu-rays. Yeah, that's not enough for me to go in sale-wise for that. Because it is in the U.S. too. So the Tree Topper is $45. So Severin just released all the prices for their new stuff. Let's check that out. Where is that on their website? Money's tight this year, but you want to grab No Way Home. The Boys Next Door is an excellent title with a lot of features. Peanut Butter Syndrome and Cruel Jaws. I definitely understand that. I do have. And I can show it to you here. I think I got it. Hold on. Make a liar out of me now. This is Severin's edition of The Boys Next Door, a film directed by Penelope Spears. And it's one that I do recommend. It is a great title and an underrated Severin release that I think everybody should be checking out. There are a ton of features on it, including a audio commentary with Penelope Spears and one of my favorite actors, Maxwell Caulfield, who of course is in one of my favorite movies of all time, Grease 2. So this is what it looks like. So when you get it, and there's also a poster you can buy. As you can see, there's a lot of features on this release. Cruel Jaws. Now I have the special edition of Cruel Jaws with this cover right here, and I'm glad I do. And I have actually perused, but I have not yet read all of the novel, so I do apologize, but I do want to get to read that when I can actually sit back and actually enjoy Cruel Jaws, the novelization. I recommend checking that out as well, by the way. When they said it's going to be like a ultra sleazy novelization, it is going to be ultra sleazy. Oh yeah, this Penelope Spears. It's for me, it's one of her better titles. And you know, she's a fantastic director. Not a problem, Peter. Always glad to see another fan of those films because those are cool, cool films. Cruel Jaws is insanely fun, just like Jamie said. And of course, Boys Next Door was one of those movies that was amazing to me back in the day. Of a TV show, it does actually, and that's part of the charm of it. That's why when everybody asks me, like, are there any? Hey there, Amir. What do I think the slipcovers would be? I think for the Vinegar Syndrome slipcovers, we are going to have Madman. I expect Madman. No, sorry, not Madman. So Nightmare Sisters and Malibu High for sure. Those two I'm certain on. I would like to see something like Madman show up there, but I don't expect it to. But if it does, I'll be pleasantly surprised. So let's check out those 7 price lists so we have an idea what's going on with the 7 price. Horse sub package price on their blue form. $820, $120 more for the completionist package. I cannot do that, unfortunately. That's going to be a little bit costly for me. So I'll be grabbing some titles. All right, so here we go. Here's the price list for the for Severance new stuff. Are you guys ready? So if I miss one of your comments, it's because I'm reading off here, and I will check it there in a second. So we have I'll just do the regular Blu-rays. So in case you want to buy like one. So Theater Bazaar is $26. It's the 2-disc limited edition Digipack Blu-ray with the CD soundtrack. Plague Town is $25 and 2-disc with soundtrack. No Way Home is going to be $25, and it's going to be 2-disc limited edition with soundtrack and hand-numbered wrap. The Attic Expedition is going to be 2 Blu-ray CD with soundtrack for $25. Family Portraits is going to be $24. Castle of the Creeping Flesh with limited edition exclusive slipcover is going to be $25. Tales of the Uncanny with the 2-disc limited edition Blu-ray is going to be $26. Color Out of Space audiobook is going to be $14. The Theater Bazaar comic book is going to be $10. Udo Kier's Hall of Fame enamel pin will be $10. The Black Friday 6 sticker pack is going to be $15. The Severin Koozie necklace is going to be $12, and the Jess Franco tree topper is going to be $45. The big bundle for all of the releases, including the stickers, the signed playbill, the Udo Kier Hall of Fame, all 7 films, the comic book, and the audiobook is going to be $215 altogether. And to just get the 7 films, it will cost you $167. The big bundle is limited to $300, and the $167 bundle is limited to $700. So there you go. Shouter, you're fountain of knowledge tonight, man. Twice Dead. I remember that movie. Hey, Dagger, welcome. So there we got the price list for the Severin new stuff. But I'll be honest with you. Just between you and me, I'm kind of more interested in the price list of the clearance stuff. That's what's got me intrigued. But I got a feeling I'm going to be spending a lot of my time quickly grabbing stuff from the Vinegar Syndrome sale. Like Mary, I'm probably going to be passing on the 7 releases this time around. Nothing wrong with them. It's just that those releases just don't stand out for me personally as the titles that are kind of have to owns right now. They're ones that I would experiment with down the road, but they're not full price titles for me. But that's just me. I'm not everybody. Obviously, this is meant for a certain demographic, and I'm kind of old. Hey, Michael Keane, welcome. Michael Keane, by the way, guys, if you have not checked out his stuff, it is awesome, and I'm sure you have. And he did a live video, which I missed out on because I didn't know it was live until afterwards. But I watched it. I watched it while I was doing some stuff later on today, working. But I did manage to check that out. And congratulations on your new job, man. It is very, very, very well deserved. You're thinking of getting the Jess Franco tree topper, but 45 is too much. Keen, are you getting the Franco tree topper? I love me some Jess Franco, but you're a sellout. See, they always say you're a sellout when you succeed. They said that to Mick Foley. I'm a wrestling guy, right, from back in the day. I'm not a wrestler, obviously. Look at me, man. But I remember when Mick Foley was leaving ECW, and they were going like, "You sold out," and he's thinking, "Yeah, I'm making money. Going to be a business expense, so you can get the tree topper." Okay, I want to see that unboxing, by the way. I want to see with the tree topper. I wonder if you could like wear the tree topper on the head or something like that. I don't know. I just think of weird ideas. But I'm the guy that wore this for my for absolutely no reason, by the way, for my for video yesterday. Hey, your Dawn of the Dead set looks amazing, George. I unfortunately couldn't get it, and you know what? I went to go to try to get the Doctor Who season 8 set that was announced to pre-order that, not selling it to Canada. But I'm excited. I'm excited with the Vinegar Syndrome sale. This is the one I'm going all in on. It's excited for the sale tonight. One, I'm super excited for the sale tonight. And right now, there's some titles I'm looking at. I haven't seen Pandemonium in years. Brian's kind of sold me on it, and I did see the trailer. Hey there, Goblins. So, has anybody got Pandemonium? Is anybody getting Pandemonium? Kylo Pim. I love that, actually. I never even thought about that when I did it. I was just like to Pandemonium. You recommend it? See, it's a weird little title. It's got Judd Reinhold in it. And I'm a big Judge Reinhold fan from back in the day. Obviously, he did those family-friendly movies like Death Wish 2. And he did like other, like lesser-known films, like Beverly Hills Cop. But I also got Tommy Smothers in it. And I'm like not old enough to know Tommy Smothers from like the original Smothers Brothers. I'm not that old, guys. Yeah, I might look, but I'm not that old. But the Smothers Brothers had like a revival series in around like the mid '80s, which I do remember. That show was actually pretty cool. You know, like Mom always liked you best. Am I getting the collar? Yes, Jason. One of the ones that I'm really looking forward to getting is the collar. Like a lot of you guys know, when I left school, I was going to go into acting. That was going to be my thing. My grandparents said, you know, why don't you get like a secure job first and try to go into journalism? So that is where I went. And yes, as we know, with the state of like newspapers and stuff, journalism such a secure profession. Hey, Al, welcome. You're ready to go broke, so am I. But yeah, so I was going to go into acting, and one of the things that I looked at is the collar because I love things like that. It's like basically from what I can tell, because I don't remember the collar. I don't remember seeing this film, and I thought I had. I looked at the collar. I'm like, is this one of their erotic thrillers? And then I saw a bit. It doesn't look like an erotic thriller. It's like two actors, Malcolm McDowell and I forget the actor's name, but it's a kind of a tour de force between two actors, and I'm really into that type of stuff. So that is going to be something that I'm going to be very much looking into. I got to meet Malcolm McDowell a few years back. A really nice guy, actually. I got to meet him and Wim Shantner and Patrick Stewart in the same convention. Hey there, teen, welcome. Hopefully, I'm glad. Hopefully that none of those Trinity does. So because I do my best to show you some really weird and crazy stuff. Oh, you done the colony list, Jamie? Oh yeah, Malcolm McDowell shows up at a house, knocks on the door. He says his car is broken down, and asks if he can use the phone. And there's twists and turns from there. So that's all you need to know for that one. I am actually looking at. If there's either one that's not on sale that I'm looking at, it's probably Grave Robbers because I do have Cemetery of Terror. Pretty sure Don't Panic is going to be that secret title. Disconnected for sure. I did like that one. Now, don't expect good acting in Disconnected. It's not one of those where we're going to get good acting. There was just something, there's aspect of creepiness to it. And it's really the ending of Disconnected that was a bit insane. But the very last scene of Disconnected haunted me. And I don't really know why, but it did. It's one of those movies that creeped me out, like right to my core. And that's something that I can recommend. Now, this one was out of print, so it's its first time being back in print. It's going to be a standard edition. So you miss out on that snazzy little slipcover, but you will get all the features, including a short film called 20 Questions, which I really, really did enjoy. Don't get mad at me though, Jamie, if you don't like the Disconnected, but I really did find it's a really fun little film. Hey there, Nathan. Welcome, man. Thank you, and Vanessa, by the way, so much for your Thanksgiving video. today. I cannot wait till you guys can actually be in the same room together, make a video together, because you guys are an awesome couple. But there are a few to look at, and between like Michael's video and the video from Brian Sauer, and these little videos done by me over the last few days, hopefully the three of us have been able to give you some ideas of what to grab for Vinegar Syndrome. I know that the one place where me and Mr. Keen differ is when it comes to Vice Academy. I actually like those films. I understand why he doesn't, because I'm not saying they're good films. They're just films. They're films for me. They're me films. Uh, and yeah, and there are times when I will say yes, I like these films. Go in knowing that some of these films that I like are personal preferences, and not films that I'm going to say are like classic Citizen Kane-esque films. Like there are some really good stuff here. Paul Schrader's Patty Hearst is an excellent little film with Natasha Richardson, the late Natasha Richardson playing Patty Hearst, as well as having like Ving Rhames and William Forsythe in it. And that's an actual, like, hands down, that's a quality, really, really good film. One that's really well acted. Not sure if it's for me though. But I saw it years ago. It was a movie called Buddies, and that's on sale during the Vinegar Syndrome one. Now this is a bit of a hard slog of a film. I will be honest with you right now. It's a really well acted film, but it's a lower budget film, and it is primarily about the AIDS crisis of the 1980s, where basically a guy signs up to be a buddy for a dying AIDS patient. Obviously not the most fun film in the world, but if you're interested in some like titles like that, definitely check that out. Actually, I did just talk about the Severin bundle pricing. Are you getting? I'm guessing you can write it off now, Michael. So you can just grab it all. You can just grab the 216 bundle. That's going to be the big thing there. But when it comes to Severin, you're either going to be in for like the gore stuff. I'm not sure if you're into the gore stuff, Michael, but I thought if I'd watch the trailers and I'd see like a review or two on the Theater Bazaar, I'd kind of go into it. Go for the 167. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like I thought, well, like, do I need it for the pay bill? Do I need like that type of stuff? But it was a little bit too much for me. Brandon Tenold, another Canadian like YouTuber, who very popular YouTuber, does like a lot of comedic reviews. He did a review a few years back of the Theater Bazaar, and I watched that when it was announced, just to get a feel of the film. There's a lot of stuff in that just kind of makes me wince. Maybe I'm getting a little bit more bit of a wimp when it comes to this stuff in my old age, as I round closer to that, like the big dreaded 50 number. Oh man, but Hawaii 50 is a good thing, so we'll go with that. Anyway, so if you're interested in those films, Attic Expedition tends to be one that a lot of people, even if they're not into the gore stuff, are looking into. It's the big title that they're liking, and I definitely understand that one. For me, the one that I did like was the documentary with the extra bonus, like the anthology films, and like the old school anthology films, like silent anthology films. One from 1965. I am a bit, and you guys can let me know what you think of this. Do you get at all bothered by Severin's kind of like, you can only buy this on Black Friday thing? Because that's a sticking point with me. I mean, if something sells out, I get that. I understand that completely. If you only have a limited edition of something, then I get that. But just artificially like limiting something because you're only going to sell it on one day, that bothers me. Because every once in a while, if there's when hopefully the world goes back to normal and we haven't turned into apes, or I'm not somewhere screaming at the Toronto tower as it's buried in sand, then people are going back to conventions and stuff like that, and we're seeing those titles show up there. Or if they can't, then we're going to see those titles show up here in like a sale in the future. Hey, mid-level, welcome, man. We are almost ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. If you've seen Anne the Apocalypse, you know the song I've got in my head. If you haven't, I'm sorry, because singing, not my forte. My dad, great singer. My mom, really good singer. Even my sisters, they can really sing. Me, absolutely zero musical talent at all. Tin ear. Um, so you're not into the to the horror stuff. So you're looking at the exploitation stuff. The Milligan titles, Best Friends, definitely. I mean, I Best Friends for sure, and anything like Larry Cohen, I can definitely recommend. Andy Milligan's title film is that I can recommend is of course Fleshpout on 42nd Street. Now that film, of course, hey there Cinematheque, is it's an adult film, but there's an R-rated. I think there's an R-rated cut on that one too. But it's a really good film, and it's well done. It's kind of like Angel. If you've seen the movie Angel, in the way that the street, it's like it deals with like kind of like street people, like a street family. I thought everyone in the Maritimes is musical. Well, I have proven that wrong. Most everyone, I can dance a bit, as much as a white guy can dance, I guess. But, um, you're hemming and hawing at the Lindsay Baker set this weekend. Well, here's the thing. The Lindsay Baker set, I still think it is a fantastic set. However, it will not be on sale during the sale. The Forgotten Jolly set will be on sale during the sale. And that is probably going to go out of print. So there's something to look at and think about right there, is that this is going to probably go to print. By the way, please hit that like button, because that's the way that you guys know when my videos are coming up and I'm doing something new, possibly singing horribly, or something along those lines, or doing a quiz like I did yesterday, which some people thought was way, way, way too hard, and I do apologize. Punkfication, I'm kind of interested in that one. It's one I haven't seen in years, and I know there's an extra film on it. And for me, like, this is kind of a bit of a silly thing, but if there's an extra film on it, if I'm not sure about the movie, I'm like, you know what? I'm not quite sure about this film, but I'm really getting two films, so why not go for it anyway? Obviously, what I did was Blood Theater, because Blood Theater was one of that I had like an old bad DVD copy of. And I was like, I got Hobgoblins. I want to get Blood Theater because Mayor Warnoff is in it. And, of course, then it had Visitants, which I didn't have. So I was glad to grab that. You have Volume 1, so you can wait a bit for Volume 2. So, yeah, if you got Volume 1 already and you're just like, you want to grab the set, the Lindsay Baker, do I have it here now or is it downstairs? It's probably downstairs. The Lindsay Baker set is an incredible set. It's got some great music in it as well, including a really cool song that I dance around to all the time. And if you've seen the Lindsay Baker films, then you know the song because it shows up not only in the first movie, but it shows up in the other movie as well. So keep an eye out for that too. Happy Thanksgiving, Chris. You guys are lucky over there because you got so Jamie, you have Thanksgiving over there because excuse my ignorance, in New Zealand, because we have it earlier in the year here in Canada, and I know that Turkey Day is a big deal over there in the U.S. Do you have? I'd say I got to get caught up on this holiday stuff. Is Beastmaster? I think is worth it. I really do. It is such a cool release. It's a Don Coscarelli film. There were two sequels that aren't as good, but they're okay. I would totally buy them. You need to embrace Halloween, Jamie. You made slasher films, and you made Urban Legend. You made Valentine. You got to get. You have to get them to in Melbourne to embrace Halloween more. I'll have to come down there and make them embrace Halloween. Should you go for Forgotten Jolly 1 or Amityville first? Go for Amityville first because it's probably going to sell out. Forgotten Jolly, I don't think it's going to sell out. I'm not quite sure how many there is. You're just throwing up. Well, am I invited? Jamie, vet down the road, am I invited to your Halloween party? Hey there, Jimbo. When craziness isn't around. I still want to picture wearing that Valentine cherub mask that creeped me out, because that was an amazing mask. I gotta say. Yeah, I love Beastmaster. I really do. It is Mark Singer and Tanya Roberts, and it's got Tanya Roberts in 4K. So, not sure how many of you guys there are like Tanya Roberts fans from back in the day, but oh yes, I got to see that Pizzle stream. I haven't seen it yet. I know. Actually, I was in a stream with Piz actually about a year or two ago now. Actually, nice, really nice guy. Actually, does some great stuff on here. Looking for Mr. Goodbar. There's one that I'm guessing music rights is probably one of the things that's stopping looking for Mr. Goodbar. I'm not quite sure, but that's one that I saw back in the day and on VHS. I remember it because I'm epileptic, and when I was going to rent, looking for Mr. Goodbar, one of my girlfriends at the time, she was like, "I gotta let you know, I saw that movie, and there's a sequence at the end of it. It's got some strobe light flashing, so know that going in." So I get this, by the way. I'm having epilepsy every time there's something that has any type of flashing or colors in it, and I go to pick it up. I always had somebody saying, "Oh, by the way, there's some like strobe light scenes or there's some flashing in there." I'm like, "Okay, I'll risk it. I want to see the movie." But I would love to see Looking for Mr. Goodbar get a good release. Now, they said that the release for the film won't have the uncut scenes in the in the release itself. But I am hoping that they put those uncut like Tanya Roberts nude scenes as kind of like a bonus feature on the disc. So hopefully that'll be there. It is a bit pricey, but keep your eye. The best thing to do is keep your eyes on the figures sales wise as it goes through. Are they doing limited runs of Fade to Black and Deadly Games? Deadly Games definitely limited run. Fade to Black is one of those that it's got two covers. I think it's going to be a big seller. What I always say is keep an eye on it when you're going through. Michael did a really good video, by the way, a live stream talking about the numbers, the same as I did, but he got more in depth with it, and I definitely recommend you check that out. Now, when it comes down to the numbers right now, look, and Brian had like a list of like stuff to go for first, and which I really enjoyed. So basically, here's the thing, Amityville the box set. I 110% recommend this. Like, get this as a set. Don't wait for this to come in on standard. Grab the set. This is going to be 50% off. So this one here, Well Reached, is 50% off on the sale. There are four really fun films. I really like The Evil Escapes. I really do like that one. And of course, the second one, It's About Time, starts out with a nude scene with Sean Weatherly, and I cannot tell you, I cannot stress enough how happy I was to start my film with that. Have some great dinner, Kubrick. I look forward to the Daisuke stream that's coming up, and you have a great evening there, and hopefully I'll see you here in a bit. So grab that first. Look at the Vinegar Syndrome archives, the VSA releases too. I think they'll do them standalone eventually, but the set is definitely going to be cheap enough that that you should be grabbing it now. Actually, I do think they're really good films. So The Evil Escapes, Jamie, was the name of the book, and basically the book is about like basically the objects in the Anvil house are sold off, right? But much like the Friday the 13th series, the objects are cursed. So every one of these movies, there's four movies in the set, is about like a cursed item. In the first one, for instance, there's a cursed lamp. Yeah, that's what we're going to get into next. So Sanders Stern directed the first one, The Evil Escapes. And that for those that aren't aware of Sanders Stern, he directed an excellent film that needs to get a special edition, a little movie by the name of Pin. And if you've never seen Pin, I strongly recommend it because it's a really, really good film by Stern. And Stern, of course, was the original writer for the Amityville screenplay. Other people that show up in that box set are people like Terry Quinn from the Stepfather series. You get Sean Weatherly. You get like a whole bunch of like really cool genre actors coming up. Even the great himself, Dick Miller. That's important. Pin, Pin is one of my great releases that I want. Fade to Black used to be. Now it's Alone in the Dark and Pin. Those are the two movies that I want most. Little background on the movie Pin. Pin was written, the book was written by Andrew Niederman, who was a Canadian author. And if you're wondering why he hasn't wrote a lot under the Andrew Niederman name, it's because, well, he is V.C. Andrews, because V.C. Andrews passed away, and the estate of V.C. Andrews, thank you, Jamie, is hired Andrew Niederman, who wrote Pin, to be the ghostwriter for the V.C. Andrews titles afterwards. And if you've ever read Pin or seen the film, you can see why they would choose him to do V.C. Andrews stuff. The voice of Pin is great. It is, and of course Terry Quinn is in the is in that film. Not for a long period of time, but he's in the film, and it is such a cool film. Can you imagine if that was like if that. Who would like grab that day one if it was announced? Like if Vinegar Syndrome announced that they had Pin, but if Vinegar Syndrome ever watches this video, like Pin, yes, definitely Pin. Pin is strange and eerie. Pin is like, well, I am Pin. No, Pin is no Pin, and I am strange and eerie. But yes, the movie Pin is excellent. The book is excellent too. Actually, I really like the book. Because I'm into the horror novels as well. Oh, this is the night to ask, man. But do you have to check out with items of Vinegar Syndrome or just have the characters? Oh no, be careful with this. I watched Michael's video during the last sale when he was trying to grab Evil Town and the other Vinegar Syndrome releases, VSAs that came back. He put it in his cart, but by the time he went to grab it, one of them had gone out of print. So if there's something that's really low, grab that, because you can go back in and add to order. With Vinegar Syndrome, there is a go back in and add to order. 10 years after I saw that, man, I felt for you. But if that's one of the things, that's one of the great things about the Vinegar Syndrome one, add to order. After my last few months with the Cinematech, or last month and a half going through my dentist thing, I don't know if I ever want to see either one of the dentist movies because I lived through that pretty much. So, yeah, my dentist was fantastic, but I had dental surgery this year, and yeah, I don't want to see the dentist anytime soon. In either way. Yeah. 3D title. Ken's gonna hate this, man, but I think it's gonna be Solid Madness. I really do. I would be equally excited if it was Tales from the Quad Zone. But right now, I'm guessing Solid Madness. It's gonna be what I'm really interested in. And here's the thing too. They said that Vinegar Syndrome said that it's gonna have both Analgraph and real 3D and come with 3D glasses. But they also said that there's gonna be something 3D related. Hey there, Dustin. Welcome, man. So there's going to be something 3D related special that's going to be on sale just for the sale, which is actually kind of cool. So I'm actually kind of curious of what that could be. Is it going to be a special, like more snazzy pair of 3D glasses? Is it going to be like a special T-shirt from Vinegar Syndrome that I'm going to have to grab? Like most people that love Fade to Black, I did have to grab the Fade to Black T-shirt when it came on sale during the Everything Bundles pre-order. Grinders Racing Jerry is having a sale, but unfortunately, apparently it's only like around $5 offers or so. So not quite sure. I don't think it's gonna be coming at you. Coming at you, Jamie's already got a release here in North America. I know my dad actually has it, but I'd expect this. It is gonna be horror. They did say that it is a horror title. So just be on the lookout. It is going to be either something like Rottweiler or Tales of the Quad Zone or Silent Madness. A lot of the hints really lean towards Silent Madness. So Al's right. It's like it's a slasher title, and Silent Madness is the only one I can think of. If you guys can think of one that's a slasher title that's 3D and not Silent Madness, definitely. Oh yeah, 3D glasses will be included with the limited slip. But what I'm kind of curious about Shadow is, well, you put like maybe like either a T-shirt or maybe like a plastic pair of 3D glasses. That hey there, Griff, welcome, man. It is upon us. Friday Eve is there. The dawn is, the bells are ringing almost. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes and where we're going to go with this. But I hope everybody that wanted to get the Black Friday bundle ordered the Black Friday bundle ahead of time, because it takes a lot of stress off you right away when you go on like that. The glasses were limited like to slip. Ooh. They promised they were going to release the Kinder back in 20. Well, it took a few years, Warlock, for Massacre Central High to get it. But it finally did, and apparently got a really good release. Nathan, have a fantastic night. And yes, I want to know what you and Vanessa pick up. Because it's I'm gonna be really intrigued. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to message me. By the way, because I'll be up looking on this at the site. Blood Beach. That is the first movie Cinematheque that my dad saw on in a VCR on VHS. So that's something that I would like to see. Alone in the Dark. Yes. By the way, thank you. By the way, for hooking me up with that HD look. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. So I'm going to be doing that hopefully the weekend after all this craziness is over. Dr. Giggle still hasn't got a proper Blu-ray release. So I got Dr. Giggle's in the Twisted Terror box that came out a few years back. 2/1 are Alone in the Dark and Body Count. Ruggero Deodato's body count? I'm trying to think if there's another body count. Yeah, me too, actually. I would like to see that get a good release. I know that Justin Curwell has it like on the cover of his slasher book. A good version of The Keep. Imprint, I think, put out a good version of The Keep in Australia. Unfortunately, I don't. No, they put it The Deep. Sorry, I got it mixed up. It's that K and D thing, But The Keep is one of the ones that I think has had some rights issues. That's why we haven't seen a good discount so far. Yes, if you want to get Rad, there's only 250 copies. So make sure that you get that immediately and go check it out, because it's gonna go fast. I think that if Fade to Black goes like Spookies did during the last sale, then we could be looking at Fade to Black going pretty quickly too, with the limited edition slipcover. So just make sure if you didn't get the Everything bundle that you look into getting whatever slipcover that you want for Fade to Black, whether it's the brand new one or the original OG slipcover. Then just make sure that you grab the one you want early on. Because remember what happened to Spookies, guys. Spookies, nobody expected Spookies to sell out the way it did, and then Spookies was gone, and that sexy slipcover with the "You Die at Midnight." Coffin Joe. Main thing you want to get is Fade to Black with the black slip. Nice. And Forgotten Jelly Volume 1. After that, you're just going to look back the older titles. Blood Salvage VHS only. There's so many good titles that are being announced. Hey there, 4K, you know what it is tonight. It is the night. The big night. Vinegar Syndrome night. Severed night. 101 Films night if you're in the UK. It's the night to buy some really good releases. The Grindhouse ones. See, the Grindhouse ones, it's not enough of a sale for me, man. I would love to be able to support Grindhouse because I think they're a really good company. Of course, one of the heart behind Grindhouse Films, unfortunately, has passed away, is Sage Stallone. But the company's still keeping on going and doing stuff. JB Hi-Fi's got a 30% off Black Friday sale at the moment. So there you go. If you're over in the UK, in Australia, Jamie, does it start at midnight? It does. The Vinegar Syndrome one is at 12:01 Eastern Time. So that's 1 o'clock here. So make sure that you check that out. That's going to be one heck of a... there's a lot of people going on at the same time. Trust me. How do I know this? Over the last few days, I'm doing live videos. And I'm doing live videos anyway, but I'm doing a countdown. And some of the people that I got there are... there's been a lot of people out. And Rad is going there. And if you don't have Rad, remember this. This is the only movie where you can go and watch a couple romantically dance on their BMX bikes in the middle of a gymnasium. Doesn't happen in every movie. Hams and Rad. Amazon has a few decent Vinegar Syndrome titles for sale right now too. Do they really? See, I'm so peeved that I can't get back through. So 1201 for Vinegar Syndrome and 12 for Severin. As long as it doesn't go down. The Imprint House, Hammer House Horror is gorgeous. Actually, Brian showed that off on his channel. He showed some imprint titles. And it is a gorgeous looking set. Discounted by $30. That's a good price. Grindhouse Video Tampa. If you're around there, are having a sale on Blue Underground titles all weekend. Mad Max 4K, the original, and Dawn of the Dead are spectacular. Dawn of the Dead I would really love to have, actually. Breakdown. Yeah, Breakdown is one that I really like. A good Kurt Russell film. And if you haven't seen Breakdown, it's actually one of those like thrillers, that kind of came under the radar back in the day, and everybody started renting it. So it became one of those VHS hits that a lot of people, kind of a sleeper, or the hidden gems as they like to call them, whichever one of them of those like you use. Savvy also has a buy one get one free. There's so much for Arrow releases. There's so many things. For me, I gotta go with Vincent for this time around. Not only because I got my everything bundle from there, but but probably because of that. And I do want to get like a few of the other releases. Freeway needs a release. Freeway 2 has a release, doesn't it? But Freeway doesn't, which is kind of insane. Black Sunday coming to blue from Imprint. The 50% off Criterion sale ends from Barnes & Noble ends on Monday, apparently. 13 boutique label sales, not counting the current ones, current Barnes & Noble too. No problem on your membership card. Yeah, I know. I used to have a membership to Barnes & Noble, even though we don't have one here in Canada. But then they stopped like honoring the coupons that came with my membership because coupons suddenly became only in-store coupons, and I was like, shag that, and then I canceled membership. So Warlock, did you go for two of them? Because I know you're interested in the Severin ones as well. Because you're more into that style of like kind of those gorier type films. Oh no, not Dark Force. I was so hoping for a sale from them. Really, I was. Just watch it. I'll be on the list soon. I'll be on the list. What website just opened for Black? Are you serious? Did they really? Will I be live later on tonight? I am going to try. After I'm going to be live here for a little bit. Then I'm going to go out for a bit. I'm going to have a snack. Going to get ready. Keep myself awake. Grab some tea. And I'm hoping to do a live video right after, right around the time that that I buy my stuff from the sale. So, and I'll be talking through like things that we can actually look at. We'll look at some of the stuff that'll be going on with the sale. I'm also looking at. I initially came up here because I'm using StreamYard for like the quiz stuff that I'm starting to do. But I also wanted to look into Streamlabs as well to see like how their stuff works out. And I decided might as well make the video now. We're all excited about it, and talking about what we want to get. Got your Down to This 4K box set. I am so jealous of you. Anyone getting any MVD titles in the sale? Shipping was a bit expensive for me, Michael, right now. I wish I could because they're a little company that I did want to support. I'm not sure. Is Umbrella having these sales right now, Jamie? Because I know that you work with Umbrella sometimes. So there's a smaller company that if you want to get some really like snappy releases, then definitely check that out as well. Well, my StreamYard videos, thank you. Those are for when I have like people on here, whether I'm going to do a conversation or whether I'm going to be doing like I'm still formulating slowly my quiz video is going to be. So like the quiz videos that you've seen so far, those aren't what my quiz videos are actually going to be like once it's finished. I'm just kind of beta testing some categories right now, and getting it like within another video. So I have actually enjoyed that. I really enjoyed last night. Have I seen House on Tombstone Hill? Oh God. Anybody remember House on Tombstone? I don't remember right now. So Jason, that's when I can't like. I wish I could help you out, but I can't. Next time boxing is gonna be indicator and 80 film stuff. Nice. I saw your unboxing for the Dawn of the Dead, by the way. Make Fix 6 pack goes on sale tonight too as well. Umbrella has a 20% off, but Umbrella kind of always has a 20% off on their website, and it's a really good sale because it like takes care of like the shipping and a little bit more when you're living here in Canada. Actually, I couldn't afford it, but I had like around like 15 releases put on my. It's still I got around 15 releases put on my in my cart over at the Umbrella website. Can't keep it fun. See there, Jamie. Someone's seen it. Someone's seen it. There, Jason. Jamie's seen it. Just so this the same with Dave. Streamer's going to be a game changer. It's definitely going to be a game changer. It is in a way. Because I've been wanting to get more people on there. And this all started with Logan Toxic. Well, by the way, I haven't seen him in a while, so hopefully he's doing well. Who I wanted to get on here to do a video during the last halfway to Black Friday sale. But I could not uh, figure out, I did not know of StreamYard at the time, nor did I know how to work it. Uh, so uh, so we missed out on doing like a collaboration video during that sale. Hopefully, I thought of reaching out to him for this one here, but I literally it's been so busy I forgot. But I wanted to was hoping that he'd come on so that I could actually let him know and say, hey, you want to come in for like a StreamYard one, and we'll talk about the upcoming sale. But he hasn't been around lately, so I'm guessing Logan's been pretty busy. Predictive text can get you in a lot of trouble sometimes, but it's pretty good. Regional horror. He Walked by Night is an amazing film, so you're getting a good film there. I got to say that right now. See, I do like some classy stuff. Some people think that just because I just because I have things like Peter Cushing's Corruption, um, and movies like I Drink Your Blood, that I don't watch any of the other regular stuff as well. But as you can see, there's some Power Rangers in the background, so obviously I'm a man of high quality taste, and along with Friday 13th and Halloween box set, my Bud Boddicker. How about Indicator? Here's a company that if you're not buying their box set, you're really missing out. I love Eureka titles. I got a few Eureka, but Cinematheque, unfortunately, I don't live over in the UK, and it's harder for me to get. But once I move to Morocco, which hopefully is next year, hopefully, then you will definitely see me like shopping because for physical releases, I'm going to be going over to London to shop. Did I see the announcements for Eureka? I saw the announcement for the Jackie Chan one, the 3 films, which really excited me. I actually like that. Winners, when was Winners and Sinners is one of them. Any chance Vincent might release Linear Horror Workout? I would love to see that. So right now, the only way to get that one, guys, is on the 88 Films release of Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. So and it comes with a commentary if you do get it. But that would be a really cool one to see, like Vincent put out as well. Probably put it out with the Linear Quigley thing, maybe double feature with something else, like 88 Films did with when they put it on as a bonus feature on Hollywood Chains Hookers with commentary too. So Hollywood Chains Hookers had a commentary, and Linnea Quigley's Horror Workout had a commentary as well. So that's one to look into. Is In Search of Darkness Part 2 out already? I didn't know that was even out. Are you in Search of Darkness Part 2, Jamie? Rika releasing Vi. Yeah, I'm kind glad that I didn't get Vi initially because I was going to get the Severin edition, but I really like the edition that they're showing up there for a second sight. So that's probably how I'm going to pick up Vi. Though either release is great. It's a fun little Russian film, horror film that's definitely worth checking out. Scream Team Releasing's Black Friday sale is live now as well. Scream Team Releasing, what do I know them for? Like I know Slasher Studios, but I don't think I know a lot of the Scream Team Releasing stuff. Ah, you're one of the so you're one of the funders. Yeah, I wanted to. I couldn't afford it, but I really wanted to. Scream Team Releasing. Let's check out the website. Open it on, yeah, open on Safari. $15 Blu-rays and $9 DVDs. So that's actually a good deal. Let's look at the $15 Blu-rays. So there's things like 1031 Part 2, The Barn, Bong of the Living Dead. Gotta love that. Camp Killer and Maniac Farmer. Actually, I would love that one. Close Calls, Exposure, Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. Okay, whoever has not seen Dude Bro Party Massacre 3, it's a really fun title. I really enjoyed Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. I really, really did, actually. Bombs of Blood, Straight Edge Kegger, The Sleeper. That looks interesting. What is this one here? Come on. Tell me what here. She was so pretty. She was so pretty. Be good for goodness sake. That looks like a creepy one. So it looks like regional, like kind of like lower budget, like a lot of slasher and horror titles. So definitely stuff that I'm interested in. I don't know if I'm going to get any this time around, but I would love to get some of their stuff. There's I'd love to have Dude Bro Party Massacre 3 because it is so fun. I did not hear that one actually, Cinematheque. No, that's part of the gag, Jamie. Is that there is no parts 1 and 2. Although at the beginning of Bro Party Massacre, they do actually like give parts 1 and 2. Hold on. Is that my phone? No, my phone's over there. Okay, that was done. I just went to. I saw my remote, and I said, "Is that my phone ringing?" That was my remote, and it's not ringing. It's a remote. That's how excited I am, guys. But yeah, no, it's much like some films where like those listed as a sequel, and there's one of the jokes is that there's no 1 and 2. Although they do show parts from 1 and 2 that don't exist back at the beginning of the film. It's a fun little film. It's really cheesy and it's low budget, but I enjoyed it. Warlock is one that did the Kickstarter for it. Like some people say, oh, there's only like remakes and reboots and sequels. There's no like real films being made nowadays. There's a lot of real films being made. There's a lot of like not just real films, but a lot of like different films. Not everything's a reboot. Not everything's a remake. Not everything's a sequel. There's a lot of kind of this cool lower budget stuff. It's just with people, they don't get the same attention that a lot of other ones do. That isn't it. See, the thing is, anyone can use the name Amityville. That's because there's no like trademark on Amityville, the name. Witch Trap would actually be a really good one for a slipcover. Mood 616 was one of the first guys on here that I actually spoke with, and a really nice guy, by the way. Am I going to collect Jean-Claude Van Damme? I got a lot of Jean-Claude stuff from Jean-Claude Van Damme. Well, not a lot. I got some stuff from like I'm getting the ones that come from MVD, so I'm trying to get my stuff from there. There's backing some independents on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Yeah, because you get some really surprising and some stuff that could actually be like be really good as well. Yeah, A24. Like some people, like A24 is like a kind of a divisive studio. People either love them or they don't. I actually think that a lot of their stuff is really fun. MVD sale. So yeah, well, we talked about MVD sale yesterday. Two that I recommend if you're a horror fan is Mikey, which is a really cool one with Brian Bonzell. Of course, he was in Family Ties. And there is a movie called Mind Games with Sean Weatherly and one of my favorite actors, Maxwell Caulfield. from The Boys Next Door, which everybody should own. So no excuse not to own Penelope Spears' The Boys Next Door because it's a really really cool film. Blank Check was he? What's that? You know, I totally forgot about Blank Check. I'm like I'm just an old school '80s kid, so I oh that's the guy that's when they put that like a nine kid on, on Family Ties. Best horror scream queen in my opinion. Oh, that's so hard. I mean, like every like generation has their scream queen. You know, there's like the Jamie Lee Curtis's, there's the Linnea Quigley's, there's the Michelle Bowers. Brink Stevens was really good for her first film. She did like Slumber Party Massacre 1. No, the guy that played Skippy on Family Ties was actually in a movie called Trick or Treat, not the Trick or Treat like anthology film, but actually he was in Trick or Treat like a kind of the hard rock metal horror film. Brian Manzell played the young kid, basically when Elise has her has a baby, so he plays that one, the little boy. Yeah, again, Derry Nickelodeon, rest in peace. I love Derry Nickelodeon, and there you go. There's one. Jamie Curtis is amazing, but I get like we just lost Derry Nickelodeon apparently, and I saw that earlier on today from on Facebook, and I don't think anybody has a better scream than Derry Nickelodeon's scream at the end of Tenebrae. So, as far as one of the most underrated scream queens of all time, Derry Nickelodeon, we miss you already, and you have one of the greatest. You have one of the greatest screams in cinema history. Yeah, I found out from well Tim Lucas is on my Facebook, and I noticed that he had a putt there, and then I saw a few other people as well. Well, I don't know if Julie Strain. I would think of her as like as a scream queen, because scream queens usually think of like the women in peril type roles, and Julie Strain usually was like on the other side of it. But she was amazing. I love Julie Strain. I love a lot of stuff that she did. Potential. We try this thing. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to keep up with everything, unfortunately. But luckily, the online you're able to like to reach out to people that you couldn't talk to before. I still remember like when my early days of like Facebook and getting to speak with with a guy that was in one of my favorite movies was Nick Mancuso, like in Black Christmas in the 1974 Black Christmas, and talking to him. A very nice guy, by the way. Laura Palmer's go. Ah, no, see, I gotta go. Trust me, go watch like Daryl Nickelodeon's like in Trauma, sorry, in Trauma, in Tenebrae. For me, that is the definitive scream. Fay Ray's got a great scream. I almost want that made me want to like sing like Rocky Horror. Janet Leigh, well, she's one of the classics. She's in like the bit one of the big films, but so is Anna Massey in Peeping Tom. So never, I love Peeping Tom, and I'm gonna give like an unpopular opinion right now. I like Peeping Tom better than I like Psycho. I like them both. Understand? I don't dislike either one of the films, but Peeping Tom just gets that edge for me. Although it can almost ruin Michael Powell's career. It's right. Did he? Is he in France now? But that's the cool thing about it. Like, it doesn't matter how old or new you are when it comes to this collecting game. Like, if you're new, especially, this is really fun. I would love to be able to go in and like not know some of the stuff that I know right now and just get some of these films as blind buys, and because that it's so good. You're with me on Peeping Tom, all right? So my unpopular opinion gets one person that agrees with me. Peeping Tom is such a good film. It is such a good film. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Barbara Boucher, Edwidge Finch. Oh, that is hard. Like choosing between them both. I'm gonna go with Edwidge Finch because there's just something amazingly like they're both gorgeous. And of course, Boucher's eyes are incredible, but Edwidge Finch was always kind of like I got a T-shirt with her. Was the girl for me. I like Susie Kendall as well, but I just something about Fennec. Is it Fennec or Fenech? I can never get that pronounced right. You guys know me in pronunciation. I suck at it. But those, I'm gonna go with Edwidge. George, you got to see Peeping Tom. Trust me. And don't look it up before you see it. Just the one to grab. It's over there in the UK. Alphabet City is definitely one I'm going to grab. That's 4K. That's a must for me. Alphabet City with Vincent Spano kind of like helped inspire aspects of the Miami Vice, the TV series, which is very like we watched the trailer at Alphabet City after talking to Brian, and me and my better half sat down and watched it. And she looked over at me and she said, you got to get that title right because that is you, that is your film, that is your style. I don't know if I want him to remake Peeping Tom. They kind of did already. I know they remake the scene from Peeping Tom. Although a lot of people hate this movie, if you watch Halloween Resurrection, like I know you don't go groaning yet. If you watch the movie Halloween Resurrection, then check it out because there's a sequence in that where the camera guy gets killed, and it is a direct like homage to like Peeping Tom. And that's one of the reasons I've always loved Resurrection. It's because it gives like props to Peeping Tom when so many films don't. David Sterling is also dropping a Things box set of movies. Are you really serious? Like I've only seen the first Things film. I'm not sure if I want to get into sequels with that one, but I know they put out like a bunch of them. Now is David Sterling the guy that did the Camp Blood films, or am I thinking of somebody else? Used Cars. It's been years since I've seen Used Cars, but it's a fantastic little film. The Criterion is out of print, sadly, Kubrick. You'd have to get the UK edition of Peeping Tom. I think there's still one in the UK. But it is a really good release. That's him. Yeah, I really wanted this Camp Blood box set. It was out there for like a short period of time, and he had it on sale. I was super jealous though. Like Heath got like David sent some stuff to the to Heath, and he sent them the Camp Blood box set. I was so jealous. I wanted that so bad, but it was a little bit too pricey for me. Maybe I should reach out to David and ask him if he'll send it to me and I'll review them all. Because I would. I'll do a Camp Blood like 2 week marathon here. See the camera weapon, like for me, it utterly it in a way kind of it terrified me because if I was ever to crack, if I was ever to lose it more than I lost it already, and I was going to use like a weapon, the camera type weapon, I could see me going with that. I'm cinematic all the way. That's the way I'd go. Not sure if Michael's still here, but I got a feeling Mr. Michael Keane would probably use the camera thing as well. Um, us YouTubers, we're weird that way. We do those things. Well, we don't do those things, but we have the imagination for it. It's the best set he's released yet. Yeah, I really want that set. That's definitely one that I want to grab. By the way, I'll be doing because I've been going to do it the last couple of days, but this whole Black Friday thing has slowed me down. So I do apologize that I haven't got my Ultimate Hammer Collection video out yet. I've been working on it, so that is coming out soon, as in my Rita Hayworth Ultimate Collection review. I'm actually a fan of the Camp Blood ones, so they're kind of fun, cool little cheesy films. I actually like those. Michael left and started his own stream. Well, right on. Good for Michael. I'm glad because once I go off, then hopefully he'll be doing his like some of you guys can actually go over and check out Michael's stream as well. And that way between both of us, you guys are like all set stream wise for for videos. And hopefully I'll get over to check out Michael's stream as well. For those that know, Michael Keane is a newer YouTuber, but definitely on the rise guy that I saw early on when he started doing his videos, and I noticed there's certain kind of like there's a genocide quad. There's an it factor to the guy that I really enjoy, and if you have not checked out Michael Keane, Keene, then I do definitely recommend that you check out his stuff because he does know his stuff, and an independent filmmaker, which I definitely respect, and he has a really great sense of humor, and he's a very big Vinegar Syndrome like a proponent, just like me. So if you like the stuff that I do, Vinegar Syndrome and Severance stuff, then you're definitely gonna like his stuff because he does that stuff as well. And hopefully one of these days, if Michael's not busy, I'm gonna see if I can actually we'll maybe we can collaborate on something, get him in for a conversation or something like that. But right now, Michael's super busy, and I definitely get it. Am I getting into slip covers? It depends on what they are really. Do you watch 42nd Street Pete? I've seen some of his stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of channels that I got like in a list of like a bunch that I'm kind of behind on. I try to keep up as much as I can, but recently, because like it's the Christmas season and my company that I work for is heavily involved in the Christmas season. If you're seeing Hallmark movies, that my company's involved in those. Uh, then then yeah, so it's really busy right now. So recent videos, the melting face from Raiders as a screenshot. That's definitely research. But in all seriousness, no, he is a fantastic YouTuber. There's and guys, a lot of the guys you will seeing on here are YouTubers as well. So always feel free, guys, when you if you're a YouTuber, you're a podcast, or whatever you're doing, shout out your stuff in here. Whether you put it here, like in the stream, or you put it in the comment section down below. I always recommend that you do that. This is not meant just to be a me talking to you type of thing. It's a you talking to each other, and just like pimping out everybody's stuff. Have a great evening there, George, and letting everybody know exactly what you or some of your friends are involved in. Because the idea behind this here is not just it's to have a nice conversation, but to promote the other people within the film community. So yeah, there's a lot of knowledge in this chat here, and a lot of people here that school me on stuff that I don't know yet. Hey there, Paul. So I always learn something from other people in these chats. They're always like whether it's pronouncing a name right or getting a or knowing about like a new film or sale that I wasn't aware of. Um, the I found out from the about the Grindhouse releasing sale from Craig on here because he let me know here earlier on today. So Craig, you get props for the Grindhouse releasing announcement because you're the one that told me. Just over an hour to go. I know I'm actually super excited. Everybody got their list ready. One thing I can say is that because I had my Vinegar Syndrome page left open, although I can't refresh it because it'll go back to the thing on my iPad, I was able to look at some of the pricing and stuff like that for not for like the sale pricing, but for the regular pricing, so I could actually kind of like figure out around how much it was going to cost me for certain titles that I'm going to get. Oh, shoot up! I should have asked Michael before. Did anybody grab the September or August packages for when it came to Vinegar Syndrome? There's a reason I'm asking actually, because I want to know is Adamant's VSA Spellcaster is that September or August? Because I want to know if that's going to be at the 50% off or not. You got both. So Spellcaster did that come out in August or September? Check out your upload in the belly of the dragon. Not yet, man. I got to check that out. I got so much stuff that I need to check out, man. So make sure you check out Dungeon Studios in the belly of the dragon. Uh, Is it going to be a release of Chuck Norris's Sidekicks? I haven't heard anything yet, Alan, but if I do, I'll let you know. September. So, it's just outside the window. So I see August and all the August titles and back are all 50% off, but the September and October titles aren't. So I guess I'm going to be paying full price for a Spellcaster. I was kind of hoping it would be the 50% off, but that's okay. I'm still definitely gonna grab it. I need to catch up on my VSAs. I need Spellcaster and the two new VSAs. I of course got a Necromancer, which I do recommend. That's Elizabeth Caton. The October releases, by the way, some of the October releases I got here are Cemetery of Terror, Expect Don't Panic to be, which is also by Ruben Galandis Jr. to be the surprise title from Vinegar Syndrome. I'd be very surprised myself if it wasn't. But there you go, and it has a great little cover. I got a ring light, guys, but it's unfortunately I don't have the stand for it, or we'd have the ring light on right now, and you'd be able to see this better. And this is, of course, Necromancer. And of course, Jose Larraz's Rest in Pieces. These are the October titles. So those won't be on sale. but there are actually some good releases. Yeah, I gotta remember about the $3 coupon actually, because they'll be sending that poster with my Black Friday release. Apparently, got the everything. Smart move. Am I getting any adult titles? I'm not sure if I'm getting any this time around. I do need Taboo 4 for my collection of the kind of the early erotica like story driven titles, and Taboo 4 does kind of bring the titles like the storyline, and yes, there is a storyline, kind of like full circle. So that is kind of interesting. I know there's like some other ones as well, like Hard Soap and stuff like that, which are really low. So it's going to depend on how what's out for the other releases. But there's a few that I'm definitely going to be grabbing. Says Guillermo del Toro, search for the belly of the dragon. Check on your channel. Great unsung horror. Oh yes, wait a minute. I think I did see that video after all. Sorry, man. Besides the well, Jay, Amityville Horror box set, that's going to be less than 100 right there. So you want to be grabbing stuff like that. Hard Soap, if you like the adult titles, that's at 100 or less. The Passing is under 100, just off the top of my head. And anything, look at anything that's under 300 to be things that could go during the sale. And there's always a title. What may the other surprise title be? I'm thinking Ken's gonna hate this again. He's gonna me saying this. I think it's gonna be Silent Madness, but any 3D title I'm good with. But I kind of think it's gonna be Silent Madness. And don't worry if you don't have like a real 3D TV. I did not pick up the Irishman yet. I do want to grab that one down the road, but there's a lot of Criterions. I'm really back in my Criterion stuff. Like I got a lot of their box sets. Though I do have to get the Varda and Fellini box set next year. But I'm behind. I don't even know The Living Dead on Criterion yet, and that's pretty much sacrilege for like a horror fan like me. Or one of my favorite movies of all time, Breakfast Club. If I were to step away from the boutique labels, is there a mainstream movie or box set that I would be interested in? That is a really good question. Uh, is there any mainstream movies or box sets out there like that's not being done by a boutique label? If they were available to get, I would say that maybe like the Warner Archive stuff, the film noir, the pre-code stuff. I would go for that, and I know my better half would 100% go to go all in and grab like the animated stuff because she's a huge Hanna Barbera fan. I do have the Planet of the Apes set actually. Well, I have one of the many Planet of the Apes sets, but yeah, I would probably Warner Archives. I don't think that's called a boutique label, so but if there's any regular label that I'd go for, it's probably that because my better half's a huge fan of Hanna Barbera. I think pretty much all the titles, as far as I know, are going to be on sale at Grindhouse Releasing. That sale is starting at 12 Eastern Time. Uh, but somebody said that the sale is only like $5 off, so not quite sure if that's actually what it's going to be, but it's worth checking out just in case. Um, because they are a smaller company, much like some of them. I've seen the 4K box set of Game of Thrones. Not in person, but yeah. Universal Monsters 30 disc set on my list, as is Tales from the Crypt, actually. I don't have that yet. And the Abda Costello set that Brian Sauer showed on his channel. Definitely something that I really want to get. As well as the one that he showed on his channel, which is the Three Stooges set. And if there's anything TV wise that I want to grab, it's the Gunsmoke series. I don't know. I mean, like Paul, I'll be honest with you. With Warner Archive, we don't get it here in Canada, so I really don't usually know when their 4 for 44 sales are going on. Probably because I don't want to, but anytime I do, I'll let you guys know. But I haven't heard of anything yet. But they may pop up with surprise sale. We may be getting some pop up surprise sales during Black Friday, so keep an eye out for that. Of course, if you guys like your snazzy T-shirts, Freight Rags is going to be on. It's going to be having their Black Friday sale this weekend as well. So if you like Freight Rags, then definitely grab that. Do I have the Planet of the Apes TV series, not the cartoon? I feel like no, I don't actually. I got to get that still. I remember watching it back in the day. Well, Amy, what's going on is we are getting ready for the sale. We're getting ready to open up our windows and put in the whole like Vinegar Syndrome and Severin like websites and check and seeing what every one of them has. Lex, I like Lex. My better half is a huge science fiction fan. She hated the series Lex, but any series that has like Newfoundland as kind of its own planet type of thing, that's on my radar, man. And plus, there was Lex was a pretty sexy series at times. Oh, the 4 for 44 stuff. Like I don't know if there's a sale. Like somebody asked if there was going to be a Videodrome, and that's on Warner Archives, like the TCM website itself. So we'll see if that happens. Is there any release of the Devils? There is. It's out on by BFI. BFI did a release. I'm not sure if it's still in print, but they did do a 2-disc release of the Devils. Unfortunately, it is not the completely uncut edition of the Devils. That's not available as of yet, but there is a 2-disc release on DVD of the Devils. I don't think there's a Blu-ray. If there is, then it's probably a foreign release that I don't know about. Well, let's be considered a soap opera in turn. Maybe space opera. We'll go with space opera. And I'm a guy that loves a good soap opera storyline, especially if it's like something along like the lines of a serial killer or a murder mystery or spies. A lot of General Hospitals. You watch General Hospital, you get like spies and murders and stuff like that, and twins and clones, and flying space people. But guys, I have got to go get ready. It is that time. I will see you guys here probably tonight after the sale. I am going to try to do another video once this all goes live. So, thank you for joining me here in the Call to Cinema tonight. Thank you, Jamie, for coming in. It's always an honor and a pleasure to have you in here. And now that I know you StreamYard, Jamie, I'm going to get you on here one of these days to talk soon. You might want to go, if Michael's still doing his stream right now, might want to go check that out because Michael has some really great stuff. And we go from this stream right on over there and let him know that I sent you. Say hi from the Call to Cinema. You guys are the call. You guys rock. For my Patreon subscribers, thank you so much. My Crimson Cult, like Super Chat supporters as well. You guys are awesome. 1 hour left, 60 minutes, and it's time. It is so time for tea because I got to stay awake. I'll see you guys in a little bit.